Alright guys, this is the feature race from Lime Rock. We are now sitting here on the grid. We're about to get away as soon as we can. In fact, we'll hopefully get in the next couple of seconds. I'm 9th on the grid after the reverse grid, and here we go off the line. As you can see already, 3 cars have failed to get off the grid at the first get-go. We're already, as a result, up into 6th place as we head into turn 1, which of course is the exact position where we finished in race 1. So 2 6th places would be good. Hopefully we can actually improve though, and here we have a Toyota on the inside. It's got a bad exit. Hopefully we can try and get around the outside of him, and I think we're just going to manage it. There's a bit of contact there, and there's, yeah, another bit of contact there, so, you know, 2 little bumps, but that won't matter. What the important point is, we're in 5th position. The others are a bit far ahead at the moment. Seems we've got a little bit of a gap on me, but that Mercedes looks like he's trying to furiously get past the Audi up ahead, so hopefully they can sort of squabble it a bit and we'll catch up to them in no time. As you can see, that Honda is just gone. Meanwhile, the Mercedes has gone wide on the exit of that corner. It's now trying to get past the Audi. They're going free wide into turn 1, which is never a good thing at all. And actually, yes, you can see that Audi's going wide, the green Audi on the outside, and he's going to go wide in the second part of the turn as well, which means that we are going to move up into 4th position, and this has been, well, quite honestly, a fantastic start to this race. And hopefully, like I fancy my chance of a podium here. As you can see, the second and third, they're going at it quite a bit, and if they take each other off, the podium could be quite likely, and they do take each other off. The Mercedes have to go wide. We're going to hopefully cut back onto the inside up the hill, and we are now going to take 3rd position as we go into Penultimate corner. But now the Mercedes have got back round the inside and now back down to 4th, and you know, at least we're closer to that Mercedes, so that's the main thing. And now the Audi has gone wide on the exit of the last turn, and hopefully we can try and get past him on the straight here, as he's lost a lot of straight line speed, so much so that we are now into 3rd position as we start the 3rd lap of the race, which, well, is quite honestly fantastic, really. You know, 3rd, I mean, I haven't had a podium in a long time, and this would be a fantastic opportunity to get that elusive podium this season, or indeed any season actually. I haven't had one since, oh well, season 9. As we can actually see as we go through here, there's been a lot of tyres strewn across the track, so I don't know what's happened there. We've got this Audi now though, trying to challenge us to take back 3rd position after he threw it away at the bottom of the hill 1 lap ago. So we're going to hopefully just try and hold him off throughout this race and go on to hopefully take that podium that we all want, as that Mercedes, I think, is just really too quick for us, and we're going to have to really be careful. But I'm wide in the see, look, on wide on the exit of turn 1. It allowed that Audi to have a slight look up my inside, but it's okay. We managed to hold the position and keep in that 3rd place. So as we see more tyres at the side of the track, and actually 5th place has gone wide, so that's actually gonna, well, in some ways help me, because I've only got 1 car breathing down my neck, but in some ways not help me, because that car's going to be solely focused on trying to attack me rather than defend from behind. So it's a sort of, you know, a sort of a net sort of no real gain or loss there. But now I've gone wide, and that'll be a real net loss for me in this race, because that Audi is just going to go straight past me and into 3rd position. I've lost that 4th position, so as you see, I made that mistake in race 1, and then made it again in race 2, so I'm really not liking the feel of that corner. Hopefully I'll sort of not make it in the last 20 laps of this race and get out of Lime Rock with only those 2 errors to my name, because anymore it's really going to become difficult for me to get by any other cars. And now, though, what's going to make it easy for me to get by other cars is that Audi going wide and me moving up to 3rd position once again into that podium spot. And I think we might hopefully this time be able to gap that Audi, because we are pulling away from that Audi, as you can see, getting over 100 feet away from that Audi, which is is fantastic, but that's not going to help, because as I just said, we needed to not have any more mistakes that corner. I just had yet another mistake at that corner, and that Audi's going to close right up. That gap that we pulled on him is going to just evaporate. He's actually made a brilliant move down the inside. What a fantastic move. Can I hold it round the outside? That, I think a car tapped him on the inside, maybe just that Mercedes there, and it's going to lose him that advantage, and I'm going to get by on the outside and retake that position that was, well, so brilliantly lost. That Audi making a fantastic move on me there. Completely sold me the dummy, but I managed to just about hold it, even with a little bit of intervention. But now I have a back marker in front. Hopefully he'll try and get out of the way. I think he's maybe slightly gone wide. This is going to be a problem for me, because it means I'm going to have to go wide. I'm going to have that Audi right back with me again, just as he was trying to defend from others. So we're not, you know, a culmination of my mistakes and some lucky breaks of being a bit of a nuisance with me today. I actually got that corner right for once there. And now we can look to build our advantage. My teammate there, you can see behind, is going through for fourth position even, and moving further up the field. So I think now it may just be a Toyota 3-4 as an independent Toyota that we just lapped down. I think he's pitted early. Of course, in this race there's a mandatory pit stop to make at some point in the race, which we'll hope to do later on. I think I want to try and sort of measure it so it's half and half, and now my teammate has got by for fourth position, I think, for good this time, and it's now, well, Toyota 3-4, this would be a fantastic result for the team, I have to be honest. It would really, especially with, you know, two independents up ahead, be good for the team. But now I've gone wide, and that means that he is going to get through me, my teammate. I actually nearly take him out there, which would have been just, well, awful if he'd got by, or sort of not got by, even if he'd been taken out by me. And now we see that Audi's going to try that inside line again. I sort of covered it off, and we've slightly tapped, but I'm just gonna keep the position once again from the Audi. It's been a bit of a ding-dong battle between myself and that Audi in the early part of this race. And actually, you know, it's on these tracks, isn't it? It's a bit of a whirlwind, and now I'm sort of if you would sort of reaching the halfway point of this race, and, you know, pit stops are taking place. We're going to have to think about our own pit stops soon, and sort of hope that we get out ahead of those that have pitted early, because of course people will, especially those I think that may have dropped back as a result of that poor start by some of them. As I've gone slightly wide on the exit of that turn, I'm going to have to cover off the inside line that Audi's trying to get on me. This time I'm going to fully commit to that inside line, because we all know what happened last time. I came back across and he pulled a fantastic manoeuvre on me. Let's give a head on that now and go through this corner. And now I've gone wide, and that is a big problem for me, because that Audi is now just going to drive right past me, as we see there, and into fourth position. We now drop to fifth. So, you know, I'm thinking, you know, when I've got to really think that realistically a podium's not going to happen in this race. It's not really looking on the cars, especially if we do get overtaken by some cars in the pit stops. We're not looking for a third, but anywhere sort of in the region of, you know, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, you know, that'll be valuable points. And of course, that's not to say that if we're in a position where we could go just for points. You know, we need points ultimately, and consistent point scoring is going to be more important than, you know, the occasional big result. So you know, we have to manage this, but hopefully we can get anywhere. But meanwhile, there's a back marker that's sort of slowed down that Audi in front, but it's also caused me to go on. I'm going to drop right off him, and now I'm going to get his teammate right on my rear bumper soon, especially if he keeps catching at the rate that he has, because he is now within just 40 feet of me, now 30 feet within me, and he is now looking to get by himself and have an Audi 3-4, which is what we had at Toyota not too long ago. So been a bit of a changing of roles. Meanwhile, the two races are pitted, and that means that my teammate currently leads for now, or he hasn't pitted. It also moves me up to third. Obviously artificially, it's not a raw pace third, but that Audi is wanting the third for himself. He's going to try and go down the inside. I'm going to try and hold it around the outside like I did to his teammate not too long ago. I'd not quite achieved it this time, so I'm going to have to try and get him back on the inside into turn 2, and I have managed to do that as a that little tap on exit, but that's nothing really to worry about at all. It's not going to do me much, if any, damage at all. And we're gonna sort of go through these corners, and now I'm really starting to think that maybe the time is good to pit. Maybe if we manage to extend this in by one more lap, we'll have nice fresh tyres for the end of the race and can challenge people for any positions that I may lose by doing this long first stint in the race. And now I seem to be, really be in quite a good rhythm as well, so I think one more lap would be beneficial. I see loads of cars just heading for the pits, and in fact I now lead because obviously I'm the leader of the cars on the track, but also the leader of the cars that have yet to pit as well. Though you can see third and fourth, those two race leaders that cleared off at the start, so clearly we're not going to get a win in this one, but then again, the objective, realistically the objective wasn't a win. Realistically the objective was good points, and we're going to still aim for that objective. Maybe if a podium is off the cards in this one. So I just seen who's in second. Yeah, the eloquently named Cream Jornan is second. Anyway, we're now heading down the hill, and I'm thinking now maybe it is time that we pull off this pit stop, and I head into pits, and as you can see ahead, that is a BMW, the championship leading BMW in the pits, and now I'm in the process of sort of flapping him in the pits, which is odd. But enough focusing about that BMW, that's someone else's concern for after this race. What we really need to be concerned about is the fact that we need to get out in a good points position. There's an Audi going by there. Is there another one? No, that's a Honda, and then another Audi, and then just lots more cars. Actually, we found ourselves in 10th. How's that happened? I'm not sure at what point we found ourselves in 10th. I think we got a BMW behind me, but the one that's lapped, the one that's, his teammate is directly behind us as well. But in a way, if BMW's down low, I think my teammate's quite hard to field. We could really stand to benefit from this, especially if I could hopefully gain a couple more positions. But the way that all worked out, the one car in front of me was yet to pit, so we gained that position as well. We started gaining on that BMW behind, and then I got attacked by his teammate, and he was trying to sort of just get on with his race. Then there was a bit of a collision with cars into turn one, the Audi and the Hondas, and that means that I close up to the Honda, but also I'm being closed up by the BMW. His teammate does well to get out of my way there, I do have to say. This is big now. Honda and BMW are the two leading cars and manufacturers so far in the season. Toyota really need to start catching up, especially, we have a chance to catch up with Audi as well. If I could start taking these Audis, that would really help the cause for us to get off bottom position in the manufacturer's standings and sort of try and start working our way up. And hopefully challenging those Hondas and BMWs, maybe by the end of the season, because it is only round 5, it's quite early on in the season still. There's still a lot of racing to be done, and no one is out of this championship battle quite yet, but now there's another black marker ahead that's got to get out of the way, so that's going to further complicate matters, and that is now bringing those Hondas into play. The BMW is also wanting the 9th position, which you can understand considering his teammates run into a bit of bother. And it's sort of like the two Japanese cars and the German car sandwich, with the Honda and the Toyota in between the Audis and the BMW. As we go up this hill once again on a fabulous corner. This has been throughout these last two videos, and that Honda has gone wide, so hopefully we can try and catch up with him and try and get into that battle for what effectively is a battle for 6th as we run down this hill. But now I've slightly clipped that curve. I'm going to go wide now, and this is a big problem because that BMW is going to try and be all over me, and I've made a big mistake there and sort of, effectively taken him off the road. Then to boot, I short shifted. You can see that power output is well down on the around 290-300 rate horsepower we normally produce. And I actually get 3 penalty points for that manoeuvre. You can only have 12 penalty points on your licence in one season, otherwise you get a race meeting ban. Currently I'm now on 6, so this is actually something we might have to start thinking about managing. If we we want to avoid a ban, but yes, I feel like the power's gone. I feel like I've damaged the engine somewhere. You can see that BMW closed right up to me, and now it's actually gone off. So I'm not sure what's happened with the BMW. Maybe the BMW is damaged now in some way. So, you know, some dramatic laps, and you know, I really do think this car could be damaged, but I'm not going to pit because I think with number of laps to go, there's no way that I'll lose a pit stop in those laps, even with 16% engine damage. So in the end, we do stay out, and we are going to come home in 9th position after what it was pretty crazy race. Not quite what we wanted, but you know, considering what happened near the end, you know, the mistake I made, it's probably, you know, quite lucky that we've got away with that one. So, you know, that would be good points for the championship, and indeed I'm moving up near the top 10. My teammate is moving up near the top 5, and Toyota have been the biggest scorers as a constructor from this meeting. As you can see, that my teammate comes in first. The 2 podium finishes for him, fantastic. Sorry, no, it's first podium finish this meeting, which is fantastic. Actually gets moved up to 2nd because Zbot there gets a penalty. It's not enough for me to move up to 9th, but yeah, good points all around for the team. Good points for me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye. And there, and that looks, yes, it is. It's a very good start, really good start actually, and I've already moved up into wave. The car in front's also got a good start, so it means I'm actually changing my teammate going to turn 1, so I'll slightly back off, so I don't really want to hit him off because that would be just disastrous, quite frankly. But anyway, you can see